Part 7 of my series, How to Raise Intelligent Toddlers. This video is specifically for anyone with a 1 to 2 year old and you're wanting to get a little bit more serious into teaching them things at home. These are just really easy, simple things that you can do to blend into your day to start teaching the foundations. I think a really easy place to start is just giving them a name for the activities that they do every single day. I have these Love Every cards from the helper set, but I'm sure you can find alternatives online. And basically it's just a picture that goes along with the action that they're doing. And so you can say, what is this child doing? And they can learn, oh, brushing teeth, or they can just say teeth, or this baby is going to sleep. And I would just kind of explain what's going on each card until they start to pick it up. Kind of going along with giving a name to the things that happen to them throughout the day. I think emotions would be a very great place to start as well. I really like this flip book. My daughter flips through this all of the time. We literally bring it to restaurants because she will just sit here and look at this book for so long. But it basically has, again, a picture along with the emotion. They may not be able to actually say the word of the emotion. They may not be able to say, I'm sad. But what I end up doing is I mimic the faces on the card to kind of show what that emotion is. And my daughter has started mimicking the faces as well. And so it just kind of gives them the foundation of understanding the emotions that they're trying to process. All right, I've talked about this a lot on my profile. I think that phonics are an excellent thing to teach at home. I started teaching at, I think, 12 months old, and I know that sounds early, but I think that you can start it at any time. My daughter already knows all of her phonics, and we've actually moved on to the letter names. So this is an S. And it's just been so powerful for her learning. And I highly recommend these flashcards because they're color coded. And so you can start with the easiest level, which is green, so that you're not teaching the harder to learn letters first. And so what I end up doing is I say, what does this letter say? And she says, S. And on the other side, it has two examples. So you can say sun or and that's basically how I teach with these cards. Another way that I teach phonics is with this puzzle. I don't like having sit down learning sessions. I like to blend it in with play, and so this is an excellent way to do that. I do this in 3 stages. So stage 1, if they're capable of doing puzzles, is I take all of the letters out and I put it in a bucket or a pile, and I start giving them the letters one at a time, and I'll say, A says ah. Can you say ah? They may not say it, but at least they're hearing it as they're doing the puzzle. Phase number 2 is, again, you put all of the pieces in a bucket and you say, what does A say? And they say ah. That's kind of once they're starting to understand their phonics a little bit and they're able to pick up A says ah, B says ba. Phase 3 is when they're more expert level, in my opinion. Again, in a bucket or a pile, I give them this and I say, what does this letter say? So that they're not relying on me saying, what does A say or what does T say? They actually have to recognize the shape of the letter and tell me what the phonics is.